All right, so y'all know what this is. This is the weekly Facebook Starbucks recap. We do this every Friday. We come on here and talk about our experience during the week. Benito, what's good? What's up, Daniel? Talk about how we did as far as trading goes, how we've elevated as far as training goes. So some very valuable stuff we go through, we cover during this live stream. So any of you that haven't been here before, a lot of valuable information comes as a result of this live stream. So definitely appreciate you all for being here. And let's get to it. All right, so how'd y'all do this week? There were a lot of MRMHs this week, actually. I think we had one almost every day, all week. Yep, if I'm not mistaken, I think that we had one at least 4 out of 5 days. Yep, at least 4 out of 5 days, which was interesting. Market has a tendency to really just do whatever it wants to do. So it's something that you just have to deal with. The market is going to give it as it wants to. And we're all right with that. So, many times we don't have any trades all week. Stacy said she was 0-0. There's something also that's very important that goes on. What's up, Jose? See, Jose De Leon is here. And see, Rashim is also present. Yeah, so when, during weeks where we don't actually take any trades, some people, they have a false perception about what that means. Like, oh, you didn't make any money. It's more so that we didn't lose any money. That's actually what's more important and what makes more of the difference between the way that we trade and do things and the way that the majority of everybody else kind of moves around in the market. Like, most people are losing money and don't know why. So, for you to trade and not understand why you're losing or why you're winning trades, you really have a problem. Like, that's a very serious problem to not know why, because that ultimately means you don't know why you're trading. So that's something that we talk about a lot, like, when we're on these live streams, because it's very important. It's the difference between you having a business in trading and not. Just simply understanding why you're winning and why you're losing. Jelani 1-0 for the week. Jelani's one of the most disciplined members in our group, I must say. Jelani, the trade that you ended up taking, well, I don't even got to ask. I already know it was an MRMH follow-through, right? Am I correct in saying that? Chris, what's good? Jelani, you are correct, sir. There we go. So what I just said to Jelani was the fact that I knew without him even telling me that the trade that he did take, he took after the permission slip, we call it. MRMH represents the actual permission slip as far as our trading goes. We wait for the market to give us confirmation that it is in the right environment and reflecting the right behavior at the time for us to engage and take trades. So in order to know that for certain, that is currently the situation, we wait for the market to literally present a trade during the right time. In other words, it's the timing that's the most important. It's not about the trade. So the fact that a trade is presented, that's cool. And that basically means that the market is providing you with an opportunity. But there is such a thing as taking an opportunity in the market at the wrong time. Especially when it comes to binaries, which are what we trade. With binaries, it's about timing. It's not about being so well versed with trying to predict where the market is going. That's not how you remain consistent, because the market does so many different things and it has so many different variances of the way that it moves that it could fool you. You know, you're thinking that you're taking a trade that's going to win, and because you're doing it at the wrong time, you end up losing the trade. This becomes a major problem for people, because what that ultimately means is that you don't know why you lost that trade. You don't know why. You have no idea why you lost the trade. And that presents a very serious problem for most people, because now they don't know what to do. You don't even know why you lost. And I guarantee you that the reason that you lost is because you took what you felt was a good trade, which I would applaud you for. At least you have some type of systematic way of going about looking for a trade. But you took that trade at the wrong time. That's the problem. J. Carly, 1-0 this week. Very good. Very good. Chris, how'd you do? And the same question for Daniel and for Benito. How'd you guys do in the market this week? What's happening, Winston? Winston, how did you do in the market this week? Benito, no trades. 0-0. All right. Benito, how long has it been now? I lost track. I think the last time that you told me it was like 7 or 8 months without a losing trade. How long has it been now altogether, time-wise? Daniel, 0-0. Chris Martin, 1-0. Nice. Winston, 0-0. Said I had no feelings for it. Wow. Elaborate on that. I'm curious to know what you mean by that. Winston said that he had no feelings for it. And I know what you mean. I just want to hear you say it. Chris said first trade in 2 weeks. How'd it feel, Chris? How did that feel? Yeah, I definitely want to get feedback from you guys about how you felt emotionally, you know, what you were going through at the time. That's why I'm very curious to hear what Winston has to say about that statement that he made. He said, I had no feelings for it. Definitely want to hear you elaborate on that. Now that's realistic. Chris said slow money better than no money. Chris, are you doing Project 21? I meant to ask you that also. And also, Winston, did you hear my question? Yeah, you did. Okay, here's the response. He said, I saw MRMH confirmed, saw a valid setup, missed it. Then after that, I said to myself, no way will I force or curve it. Speed and erratic behavior was crazy later. Okay. So how did you end up taking the trade that you did take? Oh, no, my bad. You didn't take a trade. That's right. Okay. So you're actually going through the emotional aspect of what you felt. And this is important to note. He said that he saw a valid setup and missed the setup. And then after that said to himself, no way will I force or curve it. That is excellent. That's remarkable. What's up, Holly? The recap is public. It's for everybody. Well, I mean, everybody sees it. Right, and I realized that when I scrolled up and read visually what you said, Winston, that you all will know. Got you. But yeah, so that's a lot of insight, definitely into the emotional aspect of it. Eddie got his hat. He got his cap. Very nice. Very nice. Need that selfie, Eddie. Winston, you're welcome, man. Always a pleasure. Oh, wow. Chris said he's 4-0 on Project 21. And how long have you been doing it for, Chris? Because what's interesting is something that you said a moment ago. You said slow money better than no money. But if you look at 4-0 in terms of what we're doing, that's not slow money. Just saying. Holly said still 2-0 on Project 21. Even that, it's not as slow as you think. One thing that is truly amazing, and you're going to experience this for yourselves because you guys are doing it. All right, Holly, see you Sunday. As you're doing the project, the fact that you're not rushing things, you're not trying to, do anything extra. What's up, Ace? Ace said he's 2-0 also, Project 21. Very good. The fact that we're not trying to rush through this, let me hurry up and get my 21 trades. Take it as it comes. Take it as the market gives it to us. This is the thinking that we have to have. This is the thinking that we do have. Now, that thinking is going to be responsible for how consistent you remain, because you're going to win all your trades. Like I'm just going to tell you that right now off the bat. All of you guys doing Project 21, you're going to do it. Okay? Like, I want you to understand that. That's why every time that you tell me, oh, I was 0-0, or I was 1-0, realize that you are being consistent and you're winning, even when you're 0-0. When you didn't take any trade, you won a trade. You won a bunch of trades by not taking a trade. Because you know why you're not trading. That is way more valuable than even a winning trade, because the winning trades are going to come. I want you to understand, like, the dynamic of this. The wins are going to come. Jelani's 7-0 on Project 21. And like I said earlier in the stream, Jelani's one of the most disciplined members of our group. Like, literally. This guy does not deviate from the process, period. 7-0 in Project 21. That's 14 trades left. 1/3 of the way there already. Jelani, when did you start? Just to give me some context. How many weeks has it been? In terms of weeks, how many weeks has it been altogether since you started Project 21? And for Chris said this is week 4 for him. So Chris is 4 weeks in, and Chris is 4-0. Let me repeat that. Chris is 4 weeks in, and Chris is 4-0. Ace, when did you start? Ace is 2-0. I think Holly left. If Holly did not leave, if you didn't leave Holly, when did you start? But I think she left already. J. Carly forever no. Yes. Yes. Mick 3-1 this week. Spoke with Mark about me doing way too much. 7-2 overall since going live. Changes in place. And Mick gonna be fine. Mick is gonna be fine. Ace, what's good? Ace, how long you been doing Project 21 for? When did you start? How many weeks ago? Let me come back over here. Jelani said mine's a little complicated because I started off with the Blueprint project and then converted over to Project 21, so I have received more than 7 trades. Okay, got you. But you're counting the 7-0 from when you actually started doing the Project 21, right? Because it's really, I mean, it's complicated, but not really, because I understand what you're doing. He said when I converted over, I went from where my balance was. Okay, so you're 7-0 from where the balance started after the blueprint project, you're saying? And I understand what you're saying, because in other words, you weren't at 100. So you 7-0, but your balance was higher than 100 already. Got you. All right, so that makes more sense. So technically, you 4-0 with Project 21. Got you. Based on where your balance is, right? And I know there's a delay on here. The watch parties are delayed a little bit, so that's why it's like time goes by. Okay, gotcha. All right, so that makes sense. All right, so I mean, once again, like you guys, like you get an idea of what I mean, and like I said, just remaining consistent, you know, just sticking to what we're being trained to do. The trades are going to come, and understand that, like, you know, you're way better off with a 0-0 for the week, 0-0 for the week, than trying to force your way into a situation in the market just because, for whatever the reason might be. You know, you might feel like, oh, we got an MRMA, so I'm supposed to get a trade. We're not supposed to get a trade just because we got MRMA. Just having permission doesn't mean a trade automatically will come. Like I said, we had an MRMH every day this week, I believe. And we did not get a follow-through trade every day, but it's cool. So any way that you look at it, we're going to just stick to the script and let the trades come as they come. So we take it as the market gives it, and that's it. Next thing you know, you're 21-0. Next thing you know, your contract size is where it needs to be for you now to do what you will. You know, at that point, you can decide how to now manage your account. But to have a predetermined goal in mind, which for us is just 21 trades, and then to just simply execute, stick to the script, the scaling up process, automatic. You know, no emotional stuff involved. Just like someone mentioned a little while ago about not being emotional. I think it was Winston talking about not being emotional. MRMH came, he missed the setup, he didn't try to force his way in. That's how we got to move. There is no trying to force your way in. It's just simply execution. Now for us, execution means not trading. It doesn't just mean trading. It means not trading, because our execution process means that we know why. We know why we're either trading or not trading, which means that we're executing the process, period. What you think is taking a long time is not long at all. It's not long at all. It's so funny, you know, like just to use Chris as an example. Chris said, he said that slow money is better than no money, and he's 4-0 in 4 weeks. Think about that. Just being on that trajectory, 21 weeks, you complete the project. And this is not with doing anything extra or doing anything different. This is just simply rinsing and repeating the process over and over again. That's all we're doing. That is literally all we're doing. So this is really awesome and powerful stuff that we're doing. You know, we're building and developing an actual skill. Like, this is not just something that is going to be a short-term deal, a quick fix. You're learning how to develop the necessary habits in order to be successful trading in the market, in order to be profitable trading in the market, so that trading can be a business for you, a business with positive cash flow. That's a lot. That's a lot. Jelani said, I have it written on my blackboard at home. I'm still working, but I know I haven't lost since I went live in May. Now, mind you, see, like that sounds amazing, but that is what it should be. He represents what it looks like when you do this process the way that you should, not forcing it. You see? Not forcing it. So that's how we're moving. That's why these recaps are so important. That's why the live streams are so important, because we're reinforcing everything that we need to be doing consistently. And really all it is that we need to do is just rinse and repeat the process day in, day out, week in, week out. Don't switch up. It's like, switch up to what? We're not switching up anything. There's nothing to switch up to. And you're gonna train, if you train the way that you see me train as an example, you're gonna learn the process and you won't know anything else. You literally won't even know to do anything else that is going to deviate. And because you're training and you're rinsing and repeating the training process, what do you think is going to happen in the execution process? The execution process is going to be a reflection of the training process. So when training, we rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Every week, rinse and repeat. Your execution is going to be the equivalent of that. That's how it goes. But like I said, I mean, you guys are going to win your trades. Stay close to the fire. You know, that's something that we used to say all the time. I haven't said that in a long time, but you guys understand what I mean by that. Everything that you're doing, like, you know, you tuning into the live stream, you're tuning into the recaps. If you can attend live training, attend. If not, watch the replays. 301 on repeat, earbuds. These are all the winning habits to create. It's going to be reflected in your results. Your results are going to happen much faster than you think that they are. You know, you're thinking that it's taking a long time. It ain't no time. I'm telling you. Trust me, it's no time. It is no time. So this is good stuff, man. This is good stuff. Make sure that you check out the YouTube live from earlier today. Red Man was in the building. That's all I'm gonna say about it. You know, whenever Rant Man is around, the nuggets are present. The nuggets will follow. So yeah, the live stream early was awesome. Jelani said, I still have to catch up on the stability training videos, but the ones I've seen have been very solid. And you see how I'm staying on it. I think yesterday was either number 8 or number 9. So that's 8 or 9 consecutive trainings on stability. That's how important it is. Being able to recognize stability, also being able to recognize when the market is not stable, is the key to all of this working. That's why you're getting better at the process, because you're improving at your recognition of stability, of instability. You know, beginning to understand that there's a difference between when the market is stable and when it's not, but then there's levels within the not part. So it's like, the market is not stable, but there's degrees of that, because you know that the market is not like a light switch. Instead of it switching on and off, what it does is it transitions from one condition into the next condition. So being able to recognize the transition, all of the gray area, all that does is makes you better at the process, and it helps you develop your patience even more, because you know what it looks like when it's almost there. Oh, that's close. Not quite. Getting there. Up, nope. Starting to look funny again. You're going through the whole process because you're trained to understand what it looks like. So because you recognize what it looks like when it's not stable, you're not setting yourself up ever to be tricked by the market. You're never going to take a trade and be like, man, I thought it was stable. You see what I'm saying? You will avoid that trade because you know that it's not stable. It's hard, man. That's hard. Chris said, live training teaches you how not to lose. Blueprint Project shows you how to win. Damn. Oh. That's pretty tough right there. That's pretty tough right there. Damn, Chris. Damn. That might be a mic drop right there. Live training teaches you how not to lose. Blueprint Project shows you how to win. Man, oh man. All right, well. I got my fill. I think I'm out. Listen, y'all have an awesome weekend. We'll be back on training on Sunday. Make sure that you watch the YouTube live from earlier today. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Check on the group chat. Everybody else, peace. See y'all next week.